Welcome to the 12th edition of the continent's biggest aerospace and defense show, taking place here at the Waterkloof Air Force Base in the city of Tshwane. Since its inception in the year 2000, this event has been a pivotal gathering for industry leaders, innovators, and defense professionals from around the world. The weather is chilly, but South Africans came out in numbers to experience the action. The theme of this year's show is exploring new paths, sharing solutions, and showcasing innovation and capabilities. And during the next 24 minutes, we'll dive deep into what makes this event a cornerstone of Africa's aerospace and defense landscape. The African aerospace industry is worth more than $7 billion, and this is according to Airbus's white paper report. And the top countries in the African aerospace industry: the AAD exhibition and air show, organized by the Aerospace, Maritime and Defense Industry Association, AMSCO, CAASA, and the Department of Defense, has grown to become a major platform for promoting trade and collaboration in the defense sector.
We're having frontier AI models that are progressing towards general intelligence or potential general intelligence. This is going to impact war all over the place. I mean, we saw this incredible incident where Hezbollah's pages blew up. That is a harbinger for what is coming and the way that technology and computers will be interlinked.
What we have here is what we call Long 5. This is one of the biggest drones that we have, and it's electric, so it uses batteries. However, there's another version which is a hybrid. It comes with the battery and then can also operate in gasoline.
With this one, yes, mainly the difference would be size, mainly, and the reason being, as you can see, the wingspan is a little bit shorter compared to that. And what you trade usually with your wingspan, it means you might not necessarily be able to carry heavy weight.
We focus on regulatory requirements training, which would be train people to get their licenses as a pilot from the Civil Aviation Authority. So with the licenses, for one to be involved in drone operation, particularly in commercial operations, you have to be licensed. And with a license, there are different categories or different levels. We do training from what we call RPC, Remotely Piloted Certificate, and we go all the way until up to instructor levels. You know, one of the training that we also offer would be your BVLOS, which is called Beyond Visual Line of Sight, that allows you to fly drone up to longer distances.
AAD 2024 features an impressive lineup of aircraft displays from China, Pakistan, Russia, Sweden, India, Brazil, to name a few, and groundbreaking technology exhibitions and insightful discussions.
Brazil is very strong in aerial defense technology as an Embraer, a Brazilian company. And here in Pavilion, we are presenting solution in aerial ammunition, land ammunition, some naval solutions also, but we're strong in several points defense solution.
Mainly we are dealing in communication systems, security equipment, jammers, and robotics. Encrypted communication system which armed forces need during the battlefield or during the battles, and so encrypted communication means that nobody intercepts the communication and they keep on interacting with each other without intercepting the communication.
we see many partnerships aimed at developing localized solutions that cater to Africa's unique challenges.
Currently, unmanned aerial vehicles, drones, are really currently what's the most sought after, because they're viewed as a force multiplier in that they are able to reach spaces that you would not be able to reach ordinarily with your conventional warfare equipment. But also, I think from a cost benefit analysis point of view, you are able to deploy more of them to be able to provide or reach your operational and strategic objectives. As AMSCO currently, through our partnerships with the defense industry, we export almost about 60% within the region in particular, but we also have strategic partnerships with our international partners, both in Europe and the Middle East.
Many African nations are focusing on building indigenous capabilities. This not only boosts local economies, but also enhances national security through self-reliance.
Idea or principle behind this design is to minimize physical interaction, right? So we want to minimize any use of force. That's why the first option is always to dissuade a person, you dissuade and de-escalate the situation. And if it doesn't work, then you can go in and hopefully that won't have to happen. But if you have to go in, then you can still apply pressure on their body, and then you will have, another shock here.
We want to be able to assist first responders in terms of health and safety when they are performing their duty, so that they can return home back to their families. For example, we want to deploy this drone once we are done developing the prototype. It's still in process, it's an ongoing project currently, so we want to deploy it into dangerous zones whereby we can be able to advise them in real time.
The app, what it does is it makes analyzing the chemicals that we detect from this drone convenient. So what you do is you can get the information from there, and then you click on identify chemical, and then you are able to filter through what color is the smoke that you're seeing or whatever chemical that you're looking at. You're able to check what is the state. Is it gas? Is it liquid? Is it solid? You're able to filter through the odor. If you can smell it, what does it smell like? And what it does is it filters through the database that we have in order to give you the best match to those chemicals.
I've always wondered, what does a military hospital look like? Follow me as I take you through.
When the patient comes in, the military patient, they come to this desk, they will fill in a form for consultation, and then from there, the patient will move over to this side, where the vital signs will be taken, but blood pressure.
This is actually our triage area, and where we see primary healthcare related cases. And on our left side, as you go and go through, that's where we do our resuscitation.
It's pretty nice. I like the show that they've got here. All of the new machines and all of the new military equipment. It's pretty awesome.
I've seeing some of the shows here. It just brings back a bit of memories that I've been here. Even there was a few times, I think, back in the previous ones, I stepped into one of the planes, tested out what is there, and it's a pretty cool event, I must say.
Being able to see the things that you usually see in movies, like the heavy duty vehicles, the guns, the helicopters, being able to see those in real life and in South Africa too is really interesting, and also the technology and everything behind it.
I want to see everything that my mom works for, and I want to see every cool things that they do.
Yeah, it's been very good. Yeah, we've had a lot of people come through.
It's been a great experience. For someone who is working in the defense industry, I find it very fascinating to see all the different types of things that are done between land, sea, air, in the defense industry, not just for South Africa, but the broad extension of how it is in other countries as well.
The most interesting thing I've seen so far is the air show itself, the mini war setup they've had going on with the army actually shooting the Roy Falk and some of the fighter jets flying overhead the hangars. Yeah, I think that's been the most interesting thing for me so far.
I like the cheetah one when it goes so fast.
As we explore new paths in aerospace and defense, emerging technologies like artificial intelligence and automation are reshaping the industry.
AI and the adoption thereof is still very much in its infancy from an African context. Yes, we do have access to ChatGPT and that kind of software. But I think in terms of the military adoption thereof, we have not really seen a concerted effort by militaries to take this into their doctrine.
Africa as a whole, many countries in the African continent are very reliant on foreign countries to actually invest technologies into their respective defense forces. It is a sad truth because then they become reliant on these defense industries from different countries to be able to conduct their operations effectively. There are companies, I think specifically in South Africa and within the African continent, that are capable of developing these technologies themselves. And it is something that I think many governments and defense forces within the African continent should explore in partnering with companies that are based in Africa for Africa solutions.
We have supplied over 62,000 different systems to more than 58 countries over the last 43 years. And we have also established 4 global offices.
Ingam Zileni, BRICS Global Television Network in Waterkloof, Pretoria, South Africa.